What's up, yo? Man, what's poppin'? You already know the vibe. This is what week are we in? Week 4? It's week 4. Week 4, we're going straight through the door. This week is quite interesting. This, I think, was a very, very, very big week. We started off down crazy in the beginning of the week. Like, we were down a whole, like, maybe $50. You know what I'm saying? That's like 50, we're down 50% on the account. 50% on the account. It's crazy, right? That's when I was like, all right, man, you gotta switch up the strategy a little bit. Like we were stuck in those forward calls, or we were stuck in those forward puts, I should say. And if you guys saw our forward move this week, those got clapped. Those got clapped. Okay. Now, mind you, at this point, we only got maybe $30, $40 to our name. Like we fight and nailing two, right? Just to stay alive. We're getting into some Cisco puts, 51 puts. And this earning plays I was trying to make on CAG for a $36 call. But for the CAG, I know I should have never got into that. To be honest, I should have used a credit spread strategy. But weirdly enough, my account isn't approved or wasn't approved at the time to do credit spreads. So couldn't get into those. And this is just like the psychology behind it. I guess you could say, emotional about this because I was like, oh, I still want to get in on this. And I got into the naked call, even though I know I shouldn't have. Whoops. So we got into that for $36 and, or sorry, I got into it for $25, ended up selling it for $5, which is what, like a $20 loss? And with the Cisco play, I saw that it was in a channel and I was expecting it to bounce off of the channel. Instead, it broke a little bit outside of it. We'll see what that's looking like for this week because it looked like it just hit a support. So we'll see how we open up on Monday. Those were the two plays that clapped the entire account. But like I said, we had about $50 or so to play with coming into Wednesday, Thursday. And I was like, okay, how are we going to capitalize on this? We got to be very, very, very careful. And we just got to secure profits and grow our account slowly. So, of course, I went to the bread and butter. Very, very successful trading forward. So why not keep doing that, right? Even though we did get clapped a little bit on the put side, let's gain some profits. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you right there. I don't like how you've been treating Black Boy Finance. This man been working hard to bring you some good content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you, boy. On Thursday, we opened up very, very bullish on Ford. I think the entire market at that point was up completely. So I hopped out of those 1350 puts on Ford. And with the little money we had remaining, I got one Ford $15 call for 17 cents. We rode that through the day, had a max profit of, I think, like $15 or $16, but a realized profit when I actually did end up selling it was more $6. But again, still a profit. Get those small gains, build our account up till we can eventually start having much, much, much larger gains. A $6 profit on a contract that costs $17 is really like 30% profit, which is not too bad. And admittedly, I should have never sold out of it at the time. I should have just held it. But like I said, I'd rather just take these profits now, especially since we've been taking a beating this entire week. And since we just gained a little bit of profit, I got two 1550 forward calls expiring this Friday, October 15th, for 10 cents each contract, or $10 each contract. Total investment of $20. And in those exact same contracts, I sold out on Friday at about 10 o'clock or so, 10, 11 o'clock and I sold one of them. I sold one of the contracts for $22. So at this point, I'm up $2 on the entire investment and I'm just gonna sit, let it ride out, see what happens, because only way I could only break even at this point. I can't lose. And that's why I like to trade with multiple contracts, because once I'm up 100% on the contract, then I know for sure, okay, I'm not gonna lose. It's no way, because the initial investment on all the contracts are covered by me just selling one of them, and I could just sit and ride these profits out. So I sold out of one contract, and Ford was starting to slowly come down and just stall out for the rest of the day. So I hopped into two more contracts, paid 15 cents for each. So that brought my average cost down to about 13 cents for 3 contracts. Time will tell. We'll see how we open up this Monday. See what we're going to get into this week. But one thing I just want to say, I'm really enjoying this new strategy that I've been using just for like my entries and my exits. Focus right now on just using like MAs, SMAs, and EMAs, and the ATR just to help with figuring out where to enter and when to exit on these trades, how realistic this trade is, how much the stock moves, etc., etc., etc. And of course, also using like the candlesticks and learning and applying breakout patterns and just the whole suite and just combining it. But if you made it this far, leave a like on the video. Don't let that guy come back. He might end up hurting you for real. And don't forget to subscribe, turn post notifications on. If you guys have any suggestions on some small stocks that I could be trading, leave a comment down below. All right, peace.